We just got done watching episode 7 of Skeleton Crew, and man, what an episode this was. I really had a good time with it, as I have with every single episode of this show. I think it's really going to end with being the heartfelt and passionate kind of project, or passion project, excuse me, that they've kind of been going for since the beginning. I think everything that we got to see go down in this episode, I wanted. We started this episode off with the parents, which I think was a much needed thing. I have kind of missed the parents in a way, which I think is kind of purposeful, right? We miss the parents with the kids because it's like, yo, we wish the parents were like, I don't know. I think I think it's just been crafted in a really good way to where the parents aren't overly in the show, but they're in it just enough to make you want to see more of them. And I feel like that directly connects you with the kids wanting to see their parents as well. I love the fact that the parents are just so much worse at being criminals than the kids are. I think that's kind of funny, actually. In the last episode, we see the kids literally go up against a crab monster and saving their ship from the garbage destructor or whatever. And here we see every single parent get lasered one by one just trying to send off a communication relay. And that is just crazy. It's just showing you the differences between them and their kids, but also a lot of the similarities as to the rebellious nature of a lot of the kids. And I think that really shines with the undersecretary being the last one to have the communication device, right? Just kind of mirroring her daughter in a lot of ways, being that rebellious person. And I think they went to great lengths also to show how she is a very kind of rebellious person as well. She even tells her daughter that she was very rebellious at one point in her own childhood. And I love all of that, man. And as we see them kind of let go of this communication buoy, we find out is what it's called later. I just love this shot of just looking into that the eon is what it seems like. It's just good, man. It's just good. They did a really good job with this whole thing, and we start the episode off like so happy go lucky with this beautiful shot here. And then immediately after this, we see Fern and not Wim, but Neil just playing, just being kids, man. And they have no idea the absolute reality check they are about to get in just a brief moment. Like things are all that glitters is not gold, but in this case, it kind of is, right? And again, we continue to see Wim kind of having this regret about going back home, only to be so much more regretful of not going back home even sooner. I love the way that they've been able to give these kids these character arcs within the story of them growing together as friends and also giving them their own arcs as to being a better person. Like how Wim sits here and he talks about, I still have to take the assessment. I still have things to get back to. I should have never pressed this stupid button. And everybody immediately reassures him like, yo, this was an amazing adventure. And of course our guy Neil's like, yeah, of course I was about to die half the time, but that's what real adventure is, right? And I just appreciate the way that they're really there for one another and they try to cheer each other up. And I love the way that they also contrast the height difference with all of the kids. I like it, man. I like that Fern is like the tallest one out of all of them, and it just all works, man. I feel like there's just a lot of care given into this show, and you can really see it when you start paying attention. But double views in the chat because they finally dropped the name I've been waiting for the entire time, and that is Treasure Planet, man. Brutus straight up says, "This is your Treasure Planet. Look at how ugly it is." And I'm like, "Oh, son, he said the thing." And I think they also say it maybe like two more times in the show as well. But Brutus was doing everything he could to get this man ejected out of the airlock, and I love that he was not worried about it. That was probably my favorite thing, is that Jad Na is very cool under pressure. I love the fact that we've been able to see these three different types of villain characters, one after another, and that is the Penguin, who is a complete, like, evil psychopath person, but he was really good at lying on his feet, like, back to back. And then we also saw Agatha, who was a complete evil, bad person and whatnot, but she was also really quick to lie on her feet. And then the same with Jad Na. Like, we got all of these different types of characters that are able to speak up, that are able to say the things that need to be said, sway the narrative in their favor, and then end up getting what they want in the end by kind of gaslighting everyone around them, and just hoping that they're right and or hoping that they're true. I mean, it's insane to see the way that Jod really finessed the entire crew one by one and just kind of went through and got everybody on his side. And he knew that he did it as soon as they threw him in they were going to throw him in the airlock, and the other people let him out. He already knew that it was go time, and it was all good. By the way, man, RIP to our guy, bro. All he wanted to do was open up like a kelp farm on an oceanic planet, and he's gone now. That's just cold. I did not think that our guy was going to go out like that, bro. Like, I was all for him. I was like rooting for him. I thought we were going to be all good, and then it just was not all good at all. He's like, yo, it's nothing I can't handle. This is what I do. And he was like, hold on. Actually, this is actually terrible. And then bro died. And then he died. I was like, yo, this show is not scared to kill anyone off, man. And that is something I wasn't ready for. But I also, again, I really love the way almost everyone in the crew doubts shooting him out the airlock. Like, this guy stops. He could have pressed the button 30,000 times, and he always is like, I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do it. So much so that someone else was running, like, that Brutus was about to run towards it and, like, open it his damn self. And I love the way that we just get all of these different dynamics of seeing so many members of the crew 100% like down to rock with Jod Nah, like immediately. Like, Crimson Jack Silva was the real pirate all along, and the only reason why they were like, look, no one even second guesses it as he walks out. They are so happy to have him out. Like, they're standing with him, they're standing by him, and they all want that payout. I did not expect for our guy Brutus to get brutality'd, but he definitely did, bro. Like, he got brutalized, bro. They did him dirty. I definitely knew that arm was about to come out and do some damage, but goddamn, did it do some damage, yo. It did major damage. It grabbed him up, hemmed him up, and then I love seeing Jod just easily being able to utilize the force to release the cuffs off of his hands and immediately be back in action. Captain Jack Silva is with the full-fledged bullshit. And I knew it at this moment because I was like, oh, man, he is about to smack this dude. Look at the way he looks at him. He already knew that he was about to die. He's like, bro, you don't know. This is what I do. Bam! Slaps him right in front of the kids, yo. Dead. He's dead. Like, bro, no one was ready for that, bro. Nobody was ready for that. And that's the end of Brutus. RIP to that guy, man. F's in the chat for, I don't know, I can't remember the other dude that just wanted the ocean planet, but F's in the chat for him and Brutus, bro. Because they lost their lives in a very sad way. This episode was very intense, but it was also very touching, man. Seeing each parent one by one show their love and support, to their kids, and then just to see Captain Jack Silva standing there soaking in all of it, watching each person so he can get to better know who they are, because it's always better to have a hostage, man. And to get these kids to get what he wants from everybody, he already knows what to do. As soon as he saw these parents, he already knew that he was going to threaten them against the kids. Like, bro just thinks 30,000 miles ahead, and I am so with all of it, bro. I'm with all of it. I love it, bro. And I don't know what the hell is up with Wim having these terrible ideas. He is just so locked in. Like, he's like, yo, just it just goes forward, yo. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, bro, this is the third time that our boy Wim has just come up short, just being a straight failure for the team, bro. Like every chance he gets to actually do something good, bro, he does it. And I don't know if they're going to redeem him in the final episode, but I'm like, damn, bro, this kid can't get it right. No matter what's going on, he can't get it right. Another thing that was awesome was to see Smee, SM33, pull up for the homies. Like, I don't even know if this pirate code thing he was talking about is true. I think he was just saying that because he was trying to get John off there. And I love the way that we get this callback to the unclaimsies and then I claim it and all this stuff. Like, I love it. Like, it's just it's super like I call unclaimsies and claim it for kids only. Like, bro, like I love that. I love that. And then I love the way 33 is like, you know what? Yeah, screw this guy. And he punched the shit out of Silvo, bro. Like, he punched the shit out of him, bro. And that's all he been waiting for to get in action and throw them off the ship. And I love that, bro. I can't wait to get more lore about SM33 and even Captain Renard or Captain Renard because Renard is a W, bro. Like, Renard is a W, and I want to know more about him. But they might leave it just aloof to where we never know who he is. We did hear the supervisor in this episode as well, which was very interesting to me. I didn't expect that at all. But as we see them flying into the planet or into this atmospheric wall of death, it like, bro, it's so badass. Like, see, like Star Wars did like people be shitting on Disney Plus all the time, but Star Wars be looking good. Other than Boba Fett, Star Wars be looking good, bro. Like, they get it down with the ships. No, I can't even lie. That one episode of Boba Fett, the Luke Skywalker episode, was a banger. But like, look at this. This looks incredible. The explosions, the way the ship is moving, the way that these defensive buoys are attacking the other ships as they try to enter into the hyperspace and all, or into their atmosphere. Me, bruh, yeah, bro. I like it a lot. I like it. It looks so good. And something else looked really good like this that was also Star Wars. Was it? I know Ahsoka looked super good. Am I tripping? Have we not had a Star Wars project before this that other than Ahsoka? Maybe I am tripping, but like this, I love the way that this looks. Like, bro, look at that giant thing, and then now it turns green. Like, yeah, bro. Yep. I am so ready for Star Wars to be back in theaters, man. It is an experience. And don't get me wrong, I love being able to experience it like here with you guys and talking about it and everything. But damn, bro, like, and then when we finally see Atten, it is just a planet with inside the giant atmospheric defense bubble matrix that bro, like W ideas coming from the creators, bro, like the writers and everyone, the way they just kind of put everything together, it works so well, yo. And like the ship getting put into autopilot just like it did on the other planet. Like, bro, yes, man. Just good callbacks to things, letting us know what's going to be going on next. So I'm excited for next week's episode. I think it's about to go down. I don't know how we get out of this. I don't know if the supervisor is secretly a Jedi, but John is literally on demon time, bro. He has murdered Smee in cold blood. See, that's in 33, y'all. Really well to go out like that. But John did everything he could to show that he wasn't around here playing, man. Like, he did not come to play. He came to get rich or die trying, quite literally. It is just so sad to see our guy go out like that, bro. Not John, but our guy SM33. Like, bro, and then his dead body is just laying there amongst the children as he continues to threaten everyone. Oh my God, how intense and sad is that, bro? Super intense and sad. And then we come back to the parents. They're locked up in this room with the robot, which is, what it is, the droids. Like, again, they can't even get past these droids, and the kids are doing literally the darndest things, and these parents are failing to do these simple tasks, quote unquote. I really appreciate that. But we hear the supervisor talk about how there's an emissary of driving and all this other stuff, and it's like, and then the parents automatically know that it's KB because their alarm bracelet thing starts going off when she gets within range. W connections, W connectivity all the way around. And then it was crazy the way the ground just started opening up, and like there were people just all standing by. They're like, "Oh my God!" And the droids are like, "Please step back. Please step back." It's like, okay, maybe they should listen to the droids because maybe they do know a little bit about what's going on here. And I really can't wait to see. Like, I just feel like we've got enough hints that there is a droid that is behind everything that's going on. Like, I don't know if Captain Riddick is a droid too, but I think at the very least the supervisor is. Anyways, just I love it, yo. The callbacks and connections to other things that happened earlier in the series, to the things that are happening here at the end, just all connecting the dots across the board. I love it, man. I love it. And I really hope that we get a banger episode next week to continue it off. But as we see them go deeper into the planet, literally, I'm pretty sure we see the planet's core here. And I don't know what the hell is going on. It's giving Death Star vibes, but for money, which could be a very big possibility. I mean, we get ideas from wild stuff all the time. But it seems like the planet Death Star more, not just the Death Star, but when the whole planet is like a machine working as one. I don't know. It just seems very interesting. It seems very interesting. Excuse me. But I can't lie and say that it didn't feel good to see Joanne here because it did, man. It did feel good. Always like to see the pirate get their treasure. I don't think people love pirate stuff. And when they finally get their treasure, whether they're good or not, like, wow, it just feels, you get that sense of like, oh yeah, it's either all about to go wrong or things are finally turning around. And we find out that there are like over 1,000 other bolts like this on Manhattan, filled with the big bucks. Like, look at him, bro. Look at the way the gold is shining off of his face and how touched he is about this moment. And as he goes to grab one, they all just start falling down and pouring out like a river of money. And he just plays in it, bro. Like wow, yo, like holy, like they hit that pirate vibe tremendously on that. Like they hit that pirate vibe tremendously. And of course, we're not going to end on a happy note with all the kids reuniting and it feels so good with all their parents. Nah. Of course, that's not what's going to happen. No, we got to end it with Jod, Wood, Crimson, Silvo, Jack Sparrow pulling up and revealing how evil he truly is. No idea what that means for the next episode. It would be awesome if he really does smack their parents. I'm not gonna lie, that would be terrifying. But I would absolutely love if this show ended on such a dark and horrific note like that. Like that would be just swell. How you guys feel about that one in the comment section down, because I really enjoyed this episode thoroughly, and I hope you did too.